Hey everybody, Justin for the last episode of Finn Edwards' exciting adventure through the Dunwich Legacy campaign, this time featuring the one, the only, Yog Sothoth. This is it. We are in Lost in Time and Space. All is one. Pathways, sound, and color extend for an eternity in all directions, dotted with impossible architecture, overgrown with alien wildlife. The lines between objects are jagged and shifting, and your skin feels as if it were inside out. Forced, after you move by a location, by an encounter card effect, take one horror out of this world. Somehow you must find your way to cross this alien landscape in order to find the nexus that was described in old Watley's tome. Action. Discard the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. Choose a location discarded by this effect and resolve its revelation ability. We are currently in another dimension. Forced. When a location leaves play, move each investigator or unengaged enemy at the location to another dimension. Cannot be cancelled. I have my Sharon's Obel, Charisma, and Indebted. Sharon's Obel will have no more effect because this is it. This is where the journey ends. I am scared, is the best way to put it. Let's get the show on the road. I have a Leo DeLuca, a Dr. Henry Armitage, Finn's Trusty 38, a Lucky, and an I'm Out of Here. So I think I'm going to mulligan away the I'm Out of Here, the Lucky. Now the Lucky's good, but I don't really need it right now. I want the Leo, and Henry's fine, but he's a bit slow. But I think we'll go Henry. And I think I'll also get rid of my Finn's Trusty 38, because we don't need to fight anything when we can run from stuff. We got a Moxie, a Smuggled Goods, and a Key of Yeast. So that's pretty good. I think we're happy with this opening hand. I would love Lone Wolf. I think that'd be very beneficial. So we just got to get 2 clues to get out of here. So let's try that out for size, shall we? Action number 1 and 2. Gain a resource. Action number 3. Leo DeLuca. Holy heck, he just gave me another free resource. I mean, another free action, which we're going to use to probably gain a resource. And in turn, we're going to gain a resource and draw a card. And the game is officially on. The card we drew was Finn's Trusty 38. It's meant to be. I'm supposed to have it. Let's place a Doom on the agenda and draw the top card. Dimensional Doorway. Revelation. Put Dimensional Doorway to play, then draw the topmost hex card in the encounter discard pile. There's no hex in there. At the end of your turn, if you're at Dimensional Doorway, you must either spend 2 resources or shuffle Dimensional Doorway into your deck. I cannot even move there, so we're just going to put it into play. Okay. I think what we're going to do is action number 1, bring up Dr. Henry Armitage. Action number 2, we're going to draw a card. It's a dumb luck. We're going to exhaust Henry Armitage to discard that card, and then gain 3 resources. Action number 3 is we're going to spend those 3 resources to bring a Key of Yeast into play. Action number 4, I think we're just going to gain a resource. Actually, no, we're going to discard the top 3 cards. A Yithian Starseeker, Conglomeration of Spheres, and a Vast Expanse. No trigger on the location ability, but I'm actually glad we don't have to worry about that Starseeker, because he hits like a fucking horse. And in turn, we're going to draw a card and gain a resource. We cannot activate Dr. Henry Armitage. The card we drew was another Leo DeLuca. I would have loved to turn that into 3 resources, especially over the dumb luck in retrospect, but what can you do? Let's advance Doom and draw our card of death. There it is. So I must either choose one, draw 2 cards, and place 2 Doom in the current agenda, or take 2 Horror. Well, Key of Yeast, you just got powered up. Okay. We now have death ahead of us. This can be it. Death is waiting. Alright, action number 1. Let's discard the top 3 cards. Pushed into the Beyond, Yithian Observer, and Prismatic Cascade. Put into play, discard a random card from your hand. We discard our Leo DeLuca. That's fine. That is fine. Action number 2, we're going to move into here. There's 3 clues. Action number 3 is we're going to investigate. We investigate currently 6 to 2. Because our key is online, we're going to gain a clue. And let's just try to advance this. Let's just get this show on the road. We now have Yogg Sothoth saying death is coming, and I'm going to say, no, motherfucker, I'm coming for you. Let's grab that clue and go like this. We'll advance. A light shimmers in the distance, and you head toward it to investigate. The wispy light drifts away from you, floating through the realms of strange gateways, ascending looping staircases and crossing through barriers you dared not cross earlier. With little chance of finding the nexus on your own, you follow the light, hoping it's guiding you in the right direction. Put the set-aside Edge of the Universe into play. We can get there from the Dimensional Gateway, but how the fuck do we get to the Dimensional Gateway, right? Into the Beyond. You continue to follow the wisps of light through a treacherous landscape, though the treacherous landscape makes it difficult quarry to chase. Same ability to discard 3 cards. If we enter here, we advance. Then we face Mr. Yogg Sothoth himself. Alright, end of turn. We're going to draw a card and gain a resource. The card we drew was a sneak attack, which I think I actually want to keep and not turn into resources. Doom advances to number 3. And let's see what they got for me. Wormhole. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until location is discarded. Resolve that card's revelation ability. Then move to that location. Prismatic Cascade. So we'll just move there. Okay. Well, I think we're just going to repeat this process. Let's investigate here. 6. We're going to grab a clue. And we're just going to leave these with hopefully 1 clue each. Oh man, that die's just gone. Bear with me for a second while I go grab that. There we go. Alrighty, Roo. That's my clue. Thank you so much, game. Let's repeat the process. And let's get ourselves a -2. We have 6. That's enough to grab this clue. Action number 3 is we're going to discard the top 3 cards. Endless Bridge. Tear through space. And Endless Bridge. Alright, so we put Endless Bridge into play and we lose 2 resources. Alright. Alright. Last action, we're going to move up here. And a turn, we're going to draw a card and gain a resource. It is a Hypochondria. I'm pretty sure we cannot Dr. Henry Armitage that away, so we're not going to. Gain a resource. Alright, Doom advances. Shelve the encounter discard pile into the deck. Then discard until location is discarded. The lead investigator resolves that location's revelation effect. Whoa. There also should be 1 clue here. Oh, I must have at least 2 clues to enter the Edge of the Universe. Okay. Check the campaign log. If the investigators failed to save the students, campaign log, the students were rescued. Huzzah! Oh, I guess I also should have taken 1 horror from moving, so I'm going to put that on Dr. Henry Armitage. because I haven't used it, so I'm not going to use the Key of Yeast trigger. As you cross this realm, you catch occasional glimpses of reality, scenes from old memories, more recent visions from the past few days, and sometimes even events that you do not remember ever happening. All right, let's draw our evil card. Oh, no, sorry, I have to do the trigger. A location, tear through space. Put it into play. 1 clue. Okay. So I suppose action number 1, we're going to move to the Endless Bridge. Action number 2, we're going to discard it. Action number 3, I suppose we'll investigate here. Or maybe we just go. No, I think action 3, we gotta go. I think we gotta see what's on the other side, because to be honest, I don't remember, and I worry it might be Yogg-Sothoth. So we'll spend 2 clues to advance. I mean, to move to the edge of the universe. You must have 2 clues in order to move in. Investigators at the edge of the universe cannot draw cards during the upkeep phase. There are 2 clues here. You reach an impossibly dense, pitch-black void and realize that this place is where all of reality, all that is, and that all that ever will be ends. In its center, you see a minuscule rift suspended just out of reach. When you peer through the tear, you're surprised to see the peak of Sentinel Hill. Somehow you've reached the other side of the rift. Now you must find a way to close it for good. Oh, 1 second. Do I lose those clues to move in here? No, I don't lose them. I still have them. I don't spend them. Only investigators at the edge of the universe may spend the requisite number of clues as a group to advance. Okay, well, our remaining action, we're actually just gonna, I could investigate, but I think we just gotta prepare for the worst. So we're gonna gain a resource, draw a card. It's a pickpocketing. I'm gonna use Henry Armitage to turn that into 3 more resources. Doom advances. We get all of our actions back. Evil card. Okay, let's read this. If there are no extra dimensional locations in play, ooh, there's a billion. Test Brain X, where X is the number of extra dimensionals in play. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're testing Brain 4, and we have 4 to 3. I'm going to commit this smuggled goods to make it 4 to 4. So we'll take 1. I'm actually just going to power up my Key of Yeast and make it super online. Okay, action number 1 and 2. Let's get rid of this hypochondria and just say goodbye to it. Action number 3. Oh, I don't draw a card here, so I did not draw this. I should be down 3 resources. This pickpocketing should be on top of my deck. We did it right. We got there. So if you're typing up a comment on YouTube, I did do something wrong. But you can just delete that comment now. Haha. Got there. I mean, this Moxie isn't as good, but we are still going to play it. I think we do. I think we just need a bit of prep work. So now what we'll do is for our last action, we're going to draw a card with that pickpocketing and blow it up with Dr. Henry Armitage. All right, end of turn. Draw a card, gain a resource. The card we drew was Lockpicks. Doom advances. Let's see what's what. Oh, my eye's so gunky right now. Arcane Barrier on the edge of the universe. Seems fitting. Oh, here, let me get these on camera. I'm a professional, did you know? Oh, I meant to discard that years ago. Okay. Action number 1, let's investigate. We're gonna go 7 to 2. Seems good. Yeah, seems good. We're going to investigate again, try to grab that last clue just in case we need it. 0, we'll grab it. There's additional cost to move into or out of your location, but we'll still advance this. We'll just see. You're utterly exhausted with no ideas of what can be done to close the rift. It is too distant to... sorry, let me try that again. You are utterly exhausted with no idea as to what can be done to close the rift. It is too distant to touch, and nothing you do has any effect. There's nothing here to guide you apart from the unearthly words that are seeping into your mind. Just then you hear a familiar voice with the echoing chorus and feel yourself compelled to repeat it. Claude ostium. You whisper at first the words on the tip of your tongue. You close your eyes to concentrate and the echo grows louder. When it ends and you open your eyes, you face nothing but an inky abyss and the terror has vanished. Remove the edge of the universe from the game. Put the set-aside tear through time location into play. We move to another dimension. We take 1 horror. That's going to go on my good friend, Leo DeLuca. Find a way. With no clear path out of this dimension, you seek another path. Discard the top 3 cards. If each undefeated investigator has resigned, advance. We spent 3 clues to do that. So we need to grab a clue and get out of here. Okay. Action. This one. Let's discard 3 cards. No location, so we're going to repeat that process. Endless Bridge is the one we're looking for. So we'll put that into play with 2 clues. Alright, in a turn we're going to draw a card and gain a resource. The card we drew was emergency cash. As a free action, I'm just going to turn that into resources. Ha ha ha! Loopholes! Advance this. Evil card. Choose, Terror from Beyond. Choose one of the following: event, asset, or skill. Each player must discard each card if this is not. Alright, so we're going to choose skill. And then I want to discard a card. Cool, alright. So we can hop to the bridge, hop over here, hop there. I need to grab a clue though, so we can't do this. So, 1, 2. See you later, bridge. Thanks for, Endless Bridge aren't exactly endless, in all fairness. So, we're gonna investigate here. 7 to 2. Yeah, let's grab that clue. And last action, let's move to the tear through time. Because those are connected, yeah. End of turn, we're going to draw a card and gain a resource. We drew Zebulon Whiteley. I think we're going to keep him just in case things go south and I have to kill Henry Armitage. I have a suitable replacement. Let's advance. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Then discard the cards until the location is discarded and the lead investigator resolves that location. That location's Revelation Effect. Man, I'm getting a lot of texts right now. Holy heck, I'm popular. I don't know why. It's not warranted. Man, I've tried so many of these solo Arkham Horror card game runs, and I've always quit. Because, I've just, playing on standard by yourself is too difficult, and I did not have fun. Playing on this easy 0.5 difficulty, it's very easy, but I'm able to experience a very powerful, very strong Finn Edwards, and it's very fun. So, like, this was my first attempt, but I'm just happy that I got it done, and I have this all coming up on YouTube, because if you're seeing this episode, that means I did it. I finished the series. And as you can see right now, I'm almost done. So, that's awesome. And, we're almost free from this, this world. Okay, let's cut this, and let's do the trigger for locations. We're looking for a tear through space. Check the campaign log. If at least one name is recorded as sacrifice to Yog-Sothoth, read it out loud. There's going to be a lot of names. You ready for this? So, Professor Warren Rice was sacrificed to Yog-Sothoth. Dr. Francis Morgan was sacrificed to Yog-Sothoth. And Earl Sawyer was sacrificed to Yog-Sothoth. So, you hear a familiar voice calling out to you, and you enter an impossibly shaped building of cracked stone. No, don't, the voice cries. You rush toward the voice down a set of steep, narrow stairs. Upon reaching the bottom, you find yourself in the hidden chamber from Dunwich. Bound by shackles, you see those you failed to save, bloodied and maimed. A creature with a man's face feeds from a corpse on the ground. The head of the corpse turns to face you, and a sharp pain stabs your heart. Test Brain 3, because that's the number of names under sacrifice. For each point investigator fails by, takes 1 damage. So we're going to do 4 to 3. We're fine. Breaking through. Throughout this warped dimension, no matter where you travel, there is a haunting shape in the distance. At first it appears as a disc, like a black moon with many wriggling arms, but as time passes, you can tell it is growing larger and larger. 16. Well, this is a bit anticlimactic, but I think my action number 1 is just going to be spend 2 clues and resign. You discover a path that looks somewhat familiar and follow it. Even though your task is complete, you now understand that in closing the tear, you may never make it home. The fear of being lost here forever spurs you onward through an archway leading to an overgrown corridor. A damp wooden door leads you out into a pocket of thin rain and dark sky. Cement turns to gravel, then marble, then steel, then grass. You cross impossibly long meadows and make your way through dense woods before fatigue finally sets in. Drained of all energy, you cannot go any further. Your body gives out. Resolution number 1. There is 2 victory in the victory display. Laying on your back in a patch of wet grass, you find yourself staring longingly at the night sky. Somehow you are once again atop Sentinel Hill, unable to recall exactly how you got here. Luckily, all the cultists left. Otherwise, that would have been awkward. You are mesmerized by the night sky. Seconds become minutes, and minutes become hours. Eventually, you are found and lifted to your feet by a group of Dunwich citizens. What happened? What are you doing here? They ask you, frightened but curious. You can't seem to find the right words to describe the events that occurred beyond the gate. If they ever truly occurred, there doesn't appear to be any trace of Seth Bishop, of the creatures you fought earlier, or of the phantasmal, otherworldly gate. But every time you sleep, you dream, and when you dream, it all comes rushing back. The investigator wins the game. Epilogue. Jean knelt closer to the ground to examine the sign in the dirt. The shape of the sign was foreign to her, and the tracks that led her to it were unlike any she'd seen. Coupled with the report from the university, she wasn't sure what to think. Miss Beauregard, her assistant called out to her. Have you found something? I think it was Jean. Jean stood and turned to face the freshman who'd been assigned to her. He was a good kid, and a bit callow, but a hard worker and eager to prove himself. This place was supposed to be cordoned off, Jean responded. Nobody's lived here for months, and yet, see for yourself, their primitive rites continue to this day. The student approached and joined Jean in examining the sign, flipping through the pages of his journal to reference and symbols. What do you think it means? He asked. She shook her head. Outsiders rarely travel to Dunwich, and all the signposts leading to the village have been taken down. But these days, even the townsfolk who had called this place home had abandoned it. I don't know, Jean admitted. But somebody is here, and this is the first sign we've seen like this. Stories say there's an altar where the townsfolk would conduct pagan rituals atop the hill. Maybe we'll find more up there. Campaign finished. With 11 XP. So in the end, I left with 2 physical and 2 mental trauma. And we'll finish the campaign. Finish and say, delete the campaign. I don't need this anymore. Bye! Wow, we did it. We have beaten the Dunwich Legacy. I think using the Key of Yeast is cheating. That card's really strong, especially with Finn Edwards, because it just made me so strong. The Key of Yeast makes anyone strong, though, let's be real. And also having Leo DeLuca, an additional action each turn, was very good. Overall, I had lots of fun. Very happy that I'm able to finish it. Very happy that you on YouTube are able to watch a fully completed solo campaign, because that is what happens. I can now upload the whole thing. I was waiting until I was actually done filming it to upload. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. Next up, I don't know when I'm going to do the recording, but Path of Carcosa is next. And I'm going to choose a character I've yet to play, someone that's interested me. I've always wanted to try Jim Culver, even though he's not that good. But we're going to try it out. So thanks for watching. If you like this kind of content, let me know in the comments below or by liking or subscribing to the channel. I love talking with people about Arkham Horror the card game. So if you like Arkham Horror the card game, hey, let me know in the comments or follow me on Twitter at LeftsideJustin and message me or at me or whatever the kids are calling it these days. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. And as always, GG's.